All right, so PlayStation is back in the news again. This is from last week, obviously, July 1st, 2026. I have not had time to cover it. But as you guys know, starting in 2028, as you guys can see here, physical disc production ending in January 2028 for new games releasing on PlayStation consoles, which means we are most likely getting a PS6 sometime within the next year. So we'll go over this article, but I kind of want to just say, like, I guess the writing has been on the wall for like the longest. Um, if you guys know, when the PS5 first released in 2020, the main thing was we had digital versions of both Xbox and PlayStation, and we had, of course, the disc versions of Xbox and PlayStation. Now, if you guys know or just don't pay attention, like the casual gamer won't really pay attention or give a shit, but like the hardcore gamers or the tech people, the people that cover this stuff, they will know. You at one point, it got to the point where the disk drive was just completely sold separately, right? And if you wanted to play your games that you have on disc, you'd have to buy a disc drive separately. Now, fortunately for those who got these consoles at launch, you were able to choose between the digital version and the disc version, with the disc version being more than the digital version. So they were already pushing this. They were already trying to push people towards buying digital for whatever reason. And we'll kind of talk about that here in the video. But yeah, that has been pushed heavily, heavily this console generation, and now PlayStation is just like, screw it, we're just going to make it a point to where you have to buy digital. And obviously the reason they want you to buy digital is because you got to go through their storefront, and that means more money for them, because a lot of the times their games do not go on sale at all, versus buying games like secondhand or at retailers and getting discounts, or buying them cheaper when they're used and stuff like that, getting them for your friends and stuff like that. Now, what could possibly happen is you could get other online stores that sell these games cheaper, kind of like how they do for Steam, but I highly, highly doubt it, because I'll show you one that I use. Actually, I'll show you here right now. Well, I'll show you later. I do. Look, here's my thing when it comes to this whole thing. When it comes to PlayStation, like, PlayStation has been my main console since I was a kid. Like, I've had PlayStation and Nintendo throughout my entire life, right? I had PS1 and Xbox. I'm sorry, Xbox and Nintendo 64. I had PS2 and the GameCube. I've had the Wii. I've had the Wii U for a little bit, and then returned it because it was just terrible. PS3, handhelds, the Vita and the portable, and like, I've just been a Nintendo, PlayStation kind of person. Yes, I've had Xboxes as well. I've had the original. I've had the 360, and those would be the only two. After that, I just did not care for Xbox, to be honest with you. Man, look, PlayStation has been taking away like a bunch of stuff from us over the years. I just never thought that physical disc would be the thing, because like I said, like, PlayStation has been my main go-to thing. When people were like, oh, I'm just gonna buy digital, I've been the guy in the friend group that's like, physical for me. Yes, again, like I said in another video, I think the Grand Theft Auto video, because it also comes into play here. Like, I'm a physical type of person. I have Pokemon Legends ZA and Donkey Kong Bonanza on my Switch 2 in physical form. I have my PS4 and PS5 games have mainly been physical when it comes to single player, even multiplayer. Like I said, lately multiplayer has been like, not really. Like, when I play multiplayer, I play on Steam, just because it's easier to find those games cheaper with Steam, versus waiting for them to kind of like go on sale or whatever through secondhand and stuff like that. Because I don't care to pay $70 for a video game, to be honest with you. Now, of course, there are some things I can't avoid, like PlayStation exclusives, which is what I use my PlayStation for now. I don't use my PlayStation for anything else but the exclusives. Like I have Astrobot physical. I have Spider-Man 1 and 2 and Miles Morales physical. I have I think those are the only exclusives I have now, because I think I've sold off everything that I've got bored of or beaten, because that's what I do. Like with physical, you can play it, you can sell it, lend it. You know what I'm saying? Like these are things that you can do with physical. Buy, like I said, buy cheaper second hand at the store or whatever when they're on sale, versus the PlayStation Store, which is really barely ever on sale. They're like Nintendo. If you go to the Nintendo shop, bro, you are going to see a bunch of Nintendo games like that are 5 to 10 years old still being sold at like $60. That makes absolutely no sense to me. The only good thing about that is, like, when I go to sell my Nintendo games, like I kind of just sell them for like $10 to $15 less than what I got them for originally. And since they're like $70, I usually sell them for like $50 to $55. So that kind of works out in my favor. But this year, it's probably not going to work out in my favor, because I don't care for they have to rejuvenate the whole digital scene. They just completely have to. But it says, in response to shifting trends and consumer preferences, new games will be released on PlayStation Store and at retailers in digital formats only. So yes, this is your fault. Like, I mean, there's no other way around it. Like, I don't want to say it's your fault, because look, like I said, the average consumer has been pushed towards this, especially with COVID, right? Like I said, the entry point into gaming are the digital consoles. I think when the PlayStation first came out, it was like $400. It was like $399 versus $499 or $599 or whatever the fucking price was at the time. Yeah, people are gonna go for the cheaper version. You know what I'm saying? People are gonna go, even when it was getting scalped, the cheaper version was the digital price. So with that, like, obviously you're going to buy digital, obviously, right? So it says, as consumer preferences and the broader entertainment industry continue to shift away from physical discs to digital, physical game disc production for all new games releasing on PlayStation console will be discontinued starting January 2028. Following this date, new games will be available on PlayStation Store and at retailers in digital formats only. This right here is absolutely retarded. Retailers and digital formats only. I mean, the only way this will work is if retailers are able to sell these at discounted price when PlayStation is not. Because if I'm buying digital, is that my dog? Y'all heard that? I think that was my dog. Coco. I'm not editing this out either, because it's kind of funny. Yeah, that was my dog. Boy, she scared the shit out of me. Y'all heard that? The dog said, yeah. I don't know. It was weird. It was crazy. It was scary. So it says, this transition has no impact on games that are already released or will be releasing prior to 2028. So Wolverine is still coming out physical. I'm buying it physical. Wolverine is still be coming out physical. Call of Duty. What else is coming out? Token Fighter, Avatar. Not Grand Theft Auto, which a report did come out about that, and we'll talk about that towards the end of the video. But yeah, Grand Theft Auto is not coming out physical. It says, this is a natural direction for Sony Interactive Entertainment to adapt to consumer trends as the general preference for digital media significantly outpaces physical discs. Of course it does, because your entry point was digital console. Like, to sell the disc version at a higher price was ridiculous. But this transition will enable us to align more closely with how most of our community prefers to access and play games. I get that. Again, your entry point was digital. But you have to remember, there are still those who are collectors, and there are still those who prefer physical games because they can get them cheaper, or they can sell them when they are done with them. So, like, I just think this is a huge L from PlayStation, kind of alienating part of their fan base when it comes to doing something like this. not only their fan base, but stores as well. Like, you guys gotta understand, this is gonna hurt stores like GameStop finally. Like, I don't give a shit about GameStop, I'll be honest with you. They've been robbing people for like years, so screw them. But like Best Buy, Walmart, well, I mean, no, not Walmart, but Best Buy, who's, you know, a lot of their, like, it's mainly where I get my games from. Not really Amazon, but you were still able to find like deals on Amazon and stuff like that. Mom and pop stores, like, really are really gonna be hurt. Not only that, but like, man, if you have disc right now, I'd say hold on to them. Don't sell them, because they're gonna become a novelty in the future. Kind of like how a lot of PlayStation 2, PlayStation 1, Xbox, original Xbox, Xbox 360 and stuff, like all those games are novelties now. But with that being novelties, they're going to be extremely expensive. If you, like, let's say you go and buy, like, let's say 20 years from now, you're sitting at home and you're like, man, I remember those games I used to play. No longer have that console, and you just go out, you buy that console, and then like you go out to buy the disc version for that console, and because the online store is shut down, right, in 20 years. And again, I know this will happen in 20 years because we have this to talk about as well. Like, this is going to suck because those games will be highly expensive. And I say that because, again, right here, news on the PS3 and PS Vita stores, right? This is the bad thing with going all digital, is that in years, right, you lose access to those games and stuff like that. Like, let's say, and I'm not talking about multiplayer games, screw multiplayer games. Let's just say you bought a single player game, and then just for some reason Sony's like, oh, well, license expired, you can no longer play that game. Now you're just screwed from playing. Like, you paid your money for that game, and like now it's no longer there. But let's go ahead and show you why I say in 20 years, because it's been 20 years, or almost 20 years, this November, I believe, for the PS3. And after nearly 2 decades of supporting the PS3 console generation, it sounds like it's about to rain, we wanted to let you know we will be closing the PlayStation Store on PS3 as well as on PS Vita. And PlayStation Store on PS3 will close in selected markets this year, followed by global closures for PS3, PS Vita next year. That means new content purchase will no longer be possible once the PlayStation Store closes on these devices. To ease the transition, players will still be able to download previously purchased content after the closing date for the foreseeable future. You're probably like, well, who cares? It's PS3. Look, my uncle still has a PS3. He doesn't have a PS4. He doesn't have a PS5. He has a PS3, and he still plays his PS3 religiously. He loves that thing. So this sucks for people like him. You know what I'm saying? Now, obviously, for you gamers and tech people out there, you can hack or jailbreak a PS3 and PS Vita, and you can play games like that. Or you can run emulators on your PC. But, you know, again, for those who don't know that, or who have PCs and stuff like that, you're losing out. And that's kind of what this is about. Like, they're alienating part of their fan base, and it just makes absolutely no sense for them to do that. Like, to say like, oh, well, they're making most of their money on digital. Yeah, like, that's cool. 100%, that is cool. But guess what? Now they're losing money on part of what they were also making money on. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just ridiculous. And then right here it says Sony can inactive can close PlayStation accounts after 3 years. Which, I mean, if you're inactive from your PlayStation account for 3 years, like, you know, I don't know what to tell you. But it says you may close your account. Yeah. Okay. Right here it says 21.2. If you have not used your account for at least 36 months, we take steps to close it. In that case, we will contact you via email address registered to your account and give you 6 months to either log in to your account or contact us and tell us to keep your account open. Again, you know what I'm saying? After your account is closed, you will not be able to access PlayStation Online Store or use digital products purchased with that. That means you lose out on everything you purchase. Let's say for 3 years, for whatever reason, you are not able to log in to your PlayStation. And then after 3 years, you're like, damn, you know what? I actually want a PlayStation again. You go, you get it, you log in, and your account's closed. And all those games you bought, done, gone. Like, That just makes no sense to me. Like, why would you want to sit there and like just it just makes no sense. I don't know why I'm not following this false. Like, why do you want to do that to your fan base? It just makes no sense at all. Like, to go and be like, you know what? Screw this part of the fan base. We don't care. We're only focused on the digital fan base. But then when you get to the digital fan base, you're like, oh, by the way, at any point of time, we're going to pull this game, or we're going to remove your access from this game, and you're not going to be able to do this, and you're not going to be able to do that. It's just, it's beyond ridiculous. So this was the beginning of the end. First of all, okay, well, I don't want to say this is the beginning of the end. Nintendo, you started this $80 bullshit. You also, I don't want to say you started the key cards, right? Because it's kind of like whatever. But key cards do have a thing to play in this. But Grand Theft Auto, Rockstar, brother, oh my goodness, look what you have caused. Okay, first, not even just you, but to the fans as well. Like, why did y'all go out and pre-order this game like it was gonna run out or something? It was all digital, no matter whether you bought the case or you bought it online. Like, this, I'm pretty sure, because Sony dropped that like days after this went on pre-order. So I'm pretty sure Sony saw the whole pre-order for Grand Theft Auto 6 and was like, yo, look at the pre-orders and the money they made off just digital pre-orders. Let's just go ahead and announce what we're gonna announce. You know what I'm saying? Like, because this is a whole year and a half. I'm pretty sure they could have waited until like 6 months before that and then be like, yo, this is what's going on in 6 months. But they did this after Grand Theft Auto 6 went on pre-order because of how much was pre-ordered, which I don't have that here. Let's see if we can actually pull that up before we go over this physical fiasco. Pre-order Grand Theft Auto. Let's see. Look, this guy bought 50,000 copies. Retail $99 and current resale is $120. Yeah, people are reselling these things and getting away with it, which is absolutely ridiculous. It's so, what do you mean? Like, what is this? Grand Theft Auto has, what is that even? How? You're selling a digital copy. This just it absolutely makes no sense. Oh, it says made with AI. I don't know. Maybe that's yeah, made with AI. I'm tripping. I did not see that. All right, excuse me for that. I feel like an idiot. But see, like, what are you talking about? Out of stock? There's no. Just shut up. These are fake. I'm trying to find where it says how much they sold, and I don't know where that's at. But anyways, they sold an absurd amount of pre-orders, which again makes absolutely no sense at all. Makes no sense, guys. This was a digital game. You could have got the game at any time. Pre-ordering this game, like, I get why Xbox is also no longer doing the whole disc thing, and they're doing some whole disc to digital, like, you know, you can put your digital your discs in and digitize them or something like that. I don't know, it's weird. And why Sony is like, yeah, we don't need to have a disc drive on our PlayStations anymore because of this shit. Like, it's ridiculous. So there was a report that came out a few days after the pre-orders went live, and that report was like, yeah, well, you know, they're gonna drop a physical version because of, you know, they didn't want to drop it the day of excuse me, because they wanted to stop people from doing what is that shit called? Doing like I can't think of the damn thing. Spoilers. Yeah, there we go. I don't know why I blinked on that. They didn't want people doing spoilers, right? And so I'm like, okay, like, I guess I get that. But that sucks for the for the people that really want true physical, because they would have to get it. I think it was supposed to be like a month or so after the game came out. And I was like, okay, yeah, sure, I guess, whatever. But then this report came out, and it was like, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm trying to get to the store here to kind of show you guys some stuff. Then it was like, yeah, well, guess what? Now there is no physical copy at all. See, so right here, look. Confirm that GTA 6 will have physical copies available in the month. You will be able to acquire a physical copy during the following months, right? That came out, and then it also came out after that that there is no physical copy, which sucks because I can't find it right now. Oh, here, right here. Let's see. Rockstar confirmed the physical GTA 6 edition ships November 19th with the download code and no disc. Two retailers are refusing to stock it, and then physical copies months after it's been speculated. Okay, there was a report that came out, and I can't find it, and now that's gonna annoy me. But anyways, there was another report that came out that said GTA 6 was no longer going to actually drop a physical copy. Now, again, how true that is, I don't know. I mean, look, this whole shit is just retarded. Like, I don't care if you get mad at that word. It's dumb. It is so, it's stupid. It is super, super stupid that you can you can buy something and just really not own it. Now I know people, oh, you never owned it to begin with. You the EULA, yada yada yada. Look, hey motherfuckers, ain't no way somebody's gonna come to my doorstep and be like, hey bro, we need you to return that game you bought from us, and then I'm gonna be like, no. You know, like, no, I'm not. Why would I would I return it? That's dumb. But you know what I'm saying? Like, you just own nothing. So I kind of want to show you guys my whole thing when it comes to this. So let's just kind of show you guys here. Here's the PlayStation Store. This is Battlefield 6. This came out last October. It is still at $69.99 in the PlayStation Store, or you can save 10% if you have EA Play. I don't know who has EA Play. If you do, kudos to you. But then you go over here to Amazon, standard edition still, and this is at $45. Like, disc edition, $45. That, like, really is baffling to me that this is still $70. Great. I love the game. Don't get me wrong. I love the game. Let's check Arc Raiders. What is Arc Raiders? Arc Raiders $39.99. Oh yeah, that's right. That was the original price for Arc Raiders. I love Arc Raiders. I haven't played it much, but great price. Let's see what it is. That's okay on. Okay, yeah. Let's see. This is PC Steam. Arc Raiders. Was Arc Raiders ever a physical game? I don't even know. I don't think so, because I don't see it on here. I don't know. Maybe that's the bad one. Maybe they were just never physical. But look, Black Ops 7, $41, $40 on that's wow. $1 difference between PlayStation 5 and PlayStation 4 is crazy. While Xbox Series X Xbox One is on sale for $37.89. Yeah, wow. Let's see. Crimson Desert, it's not on sale. No, this one, $69.99, it's not on sale. But just let's see what was that? Was that Black Ops? Black Ops. Whoa. Okay, so Grand Theft Auto 4 is still $40 on the PlayStation Store. That's insane. Let's see. I would show you Offer Up, but like I don't know how that whole thing works on Offer Up, Facebook Market, stuff like that. You can get games super cheaper, of course. Resident Evil Requiem. Let's see if that is on sale on Amazon. Obviously not everything will be on sale. Yeah. Oh yeah, there's 67 on the PlayStation and $70 on Nintendo Switch 2, which is ridiculous. But I kind of just want to show y'all, and then this is what you get when you have other websites, right? So this is Loaded. I bought this from Loaded at $57.19. I think I got this version here, actually. It was cheaper when I bought it because I did not pay this. But as you guys know, the original price for this is $70. And this is just like $57.19 on I got the deluxe edition. 57.66, you know what I'm saying? Like, so, and this is PC. Like, these are just websites that you can use. PlayStation games on here. 46.49 for Astro. I don't know if that's a deal or not. Modern Warfare 2 at 22.52. Now the only thing with buying PlayStation codes from like websites like this is that, like, I kind of heard that PlayStation's kind of like strict on that, and they kind of like, I don't know, I guess kind of restrict it. Like, if you go and put the code in, it kind of flags sometimes, not all the times. So you gotta be careful when you buy PlayStation codes on websites like this, and that just kind of furthers my point. Like, in the future, if PS5 and 6 and 7 and 8 codes end up on this website or other websites like it, like, what is PlayStation going to do to those people who buy those games versus buying it from their store at full price? Where let's see if we can find let's see, PS5 games, God of War. Let's explore the series. Just want to explore the series. All right, there we go. So let's see, Ragnarok, God of War. Okay, I guess I just clicks on that. Let's see. Let's go to buy now. So digital deluxe is $39. That's not actually not a bad price, I guess. I mean, I think I got the game for free because when you first get your PlayStation, this is weird. $20 for the standard edition. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Yeah, it's $10 difference. I'm tripping. Let's go to here and type in God of War and see what Amazon's selling it for. Let's see, God of War 32. Wow. Okay. Well, same price right here on PlayStation Hits. Oh, this is Ragnarok, $32.75. So let's see what Ragnarok is on this one. Buy now. And Ragnarok it's still, well, I mean, digital deluxe is $39, and what was this one? This is regular. So yeah, you get a better price on digital deluxe. So that's not bad, but $32 here, and then 70 here or 60 here. What is the difference? Oh, that's PS4. Tripping. PS4, PS5, and PS4. 70, 60, and then of course if you have PlayStation Plus Extra, is that no? Yeah, Extra, which I think is their monthly, like $17 a month, I think, or something like that. And this is the lowest price in 30 days. Regular price is $80. Goes back up on July 16th for the deluxe edition. So if I were y'all and y'all wanted this, I'd cop that. Or, well, no, because you couldn't get all this stuff if you bought it secondhand. But you kind of get what I mean. So yes, like I said, this right here I think is a great deal, because you get your, I mean, I guess if you want to pay $80 or $40, you get your cosmetics and stuff. You can't get that when you buy secondhand. Duh. Obviously, somebody's already used the code. But you also see when you don't sell motherfucker, that motherfucker is gonna be at full price, at $80. So kind of keep that in mind. And that goes for like just a ton of games, especially Call of Duty. I don't know why they do that when it comes to Call of Duty. Call of Duty really should not be full price ever. But yeah, so look, I get it. Everyone has their opinion. Everyone's like, who cares? And y'all should just stop crying and yada 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 yada. Look, there's collectors out there. There's people who just like physical. There's people who like reselling. Obviously, you can find better deals on marketplace for Facebook Marketplace, and um, offer up I don't know, it's 5 Mile still a thing, but 5 Mile, Craigslist. If you guys trust that shit, I don't trust Craigslist no more. I hardly trust Facebook Market just because, sometimes. Well, not. I don't want. I do trust Facebook Market. I'd be looking at people's ratings and stuff like that, and meet up people at like police stations or stuff like that, and I get like people don't like doing. There's people who don't like doing that. I get that. Sell to a family member or whatever, or give it to a family member, like a little cousin or something who can't afford it and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But if you have it digital and it just sits there and then you're no longer playing it, or you like want to go back and play it and they just take it away. I think I can't remember what game it was a few weeks ago that I was looking for my son to play, and I was like, where the fuck is the game at in my library? And I just could not find it, and I cannot remember what the fuck it was. I'm having a brain fart, but it is what it is. Anyways, that's it for the video, y'all. I'm tired. It's late. It's 10 o'clock. It's my bedtime. So I'm going to sleep. See y'all on the next one. I'm out. Peace.